Mayor Rahm Emanuel pledges that City Hall will put on a full-court press to capture the biggest corporate headquarters prize in recent memory, if not ever, the second headquarters of e-commerce colossus Amazon. To score a win, however, Chicago's corporate and civic leaders will need to do more than watch from the sidelines. As has been true for other recent heavy lifts, the wooing of Boeing, the financing of Millennium Park, the construction of the Art Institute's modern wing, the involvement of CEOs and big givers will be crucial. This means it's time for Emanuel and Gov. Bruce Rauner to lay down their cudgels, at least for now, and unify around a shared message that Chicago can still be the city that works. The prospect of winning a job generator that could churn out up to 50,000 white-collar positions should inspire them to suspend hostilities and get down to the business of promoting business. As Crain's columnist Joe Cahill points out in this week's issue, the Amazon Derby will also be a test of the city's current generation of business leadership. Chicago's C-suite set has a proud tradition of civic involvement, dating back to retail magnate Aaron Montgomery Ward's fight to preserve the lakefront and Byron Smith's decision to deploy his Northern Trust Bank to prop up the World's Fair, and that tradition was evident even as recently as the failed bid for the 2016 Olympics, helmed by ON founder Pat Ryan. Today's titans of Chicago commerce, including Morningstar's Joe Mansueto, Citadel's Ken Griffin, CleverSafe founder Chris Gladwin, and the duo from Lightbank Groupon, Eric Lefkowski and Brad Keywell, all have a story to tell that might be appealing to a fellow entrepreneur like Amazon's Jeff Bezos. They built their fortunes in Chicago, not on the coasts. They've been rewarded for standing by Chicago, and Chicago has been rewarded for the commitment. All have been involved in causes beyond their own businesses for years. Now, however, the city must organize around a unified cause, winning Amazon. And who knows if this works, perhaps that unified front can be directed toward our other shared problems: crime, education, infrastructure and climate. Chicagoans who don't happen to be sitting atop a fortune have a role to play in the Amazon push as well. They can reach out to the mayor and the governor and let them know that, if they go all out for Amazon, they'll have support. The incentives the public normally and rightly loathes are justified when the opportunity is this big. Even if Amazon were to deliver only 1/10 of the jobs it's promising, that's still 10 times the employment impact of companies like Boeing, Archer Daniels Midland and Conagra, whose arrivals here were heralded as big wins. At an average pay rate of $100,000 a year, as Amazon envisions, every 10,000 jobs created by this new headquarters would pump $1 billion a year into the local economy, and about $50 million would flow into state coffers in the form of income tax payments. Chicago has much to recommend it over other contenders, which include Boston, Washington, D.C., Denver and Toronto, a regional collection of top-flight universities turning out some of the best tech talent in the nation, a well-established public transit system, global reach by air, cutting-edge digital infrastructure, affordable housing, world-class cultural amenities and a diverse economy. But the business, political and philanthropic communities will need to speak with one voice for that recommendation to be convincing. Have something to get off your chest? Write us at letters@chicagobusiness.com. Please include a first and last name and the city or town in which you live.